Your paycheck is not income. It's a leash with direct deposit. Welcome to Money Truths, where we say the quiet financial part loud enough to ruin your lunch break. Most people hear the word paycheck and feel safe. They feel responsible. They feel like adults. The money lands every 2 weeks, the bills get paid, the fridge gets refilled, and for about 12 heroic minutes, life feels under control. Then rent walks in with a fork. Debt pulls up a chair. Subscriptions lick the plate. Taxes take the napkin. And by Sunday night, that beautiful paycheck has been reduced to $3 sad, a grocery receipt, and the emotional strength to say, maybe next month. But here is the part nobody wants to admit. A paycheck is not financial freedom. A paycheck is permission to keep showing up. It is your employer saying, "Good job, little soldier. Here is enough money to survive until we need you again." And the cruel joke is that most people defend this system like it loves them back. They say, "I have a stable job." No, you have one customer. Your employer is your only customer. And if that one customer changes their mind, gets acquired, hires a consultant, has a bad quarter, or lets Karen from HR discover the phrase organizational restructuring, your entire financial life can get kicked down the stairs before lunch. That is not stability. That is dependency wearing a button-up shirt. The middle class was trained to worship the paycheck because the paycheck feels predictable. You know the date. You know the amount. You can build your bills around it. You can plan your misery with a calendar invite. But predictable does not mean powerful. A cage can be predictable too. The door closes at the same time every day. The food arrives at the same time every day. The lights go out at the same time every night. Very stable. Very organized. Still a cage. And that is what one paycheck can become. A clean little cage with dental insurance. Now before somebody gets offended in the comments and starts typing a novel with their thumbs, yes, jobs matter. Salaries matter. A paycheck can feed you, house you, give you experience, and keep you from learning how romantic instant noodles become after the third day. The problem is not having a paycheck. The problem is believing a paycheck is the destination. A job should be a launchpad. Most people treat it like a retirement plan with fluorescent lighting. They get paid, then immediately build a life that requires that exact paycheck to continue forever. Bigger apartment. Better car. Nicer phone. More delivery food. A vacation paid for with money they have not earned yet. A monthly payment for every emotion. Then they call it success. No, my financially moisturized friend. That is not success. That is lifestyle inflation wearing cologne. Here is how the leash gets built. First, you get a raise. You feel rich for 5 minutes. Then your standards update like a software bug. The restaurant you used to think was expensive becomes normal. The car you used to think was fine becomes embarrassing. The apartment that used to feel comfortable suddenly needs an upgrade, because apparently your income went up and your ego hired an interior designer. Then your new lifestyle eats the raise. Now you are not richer. You are just trapped at a higher monthly payment. Congratulations! Your cage has granite countertops. This is why some people make $40,000 and are broke, and some people make $200,000 and are also broke, but with better shoes. The number got bigger. The leash got shorter. Because the paycheck was never the problem or the solution. The behavior was. If every dollar that enters your life immediately gets assigned to impressing people, reducing boredom, avoiding discomfort, or pretending you are already free, then it does not matter how much you make. You are not building wealth. You are renting a personality. Real income has a different personality. Real income does not need your manager to approve it. Real income does not disappear because someone in a blazer says, "We are moving in a different direction." Real income comes from assets, skills, systems, and ownership. A skill can get you a better customer. An asset can pay you while you are asleep. A system can bring in money without begging for permission. Ownership means you are not just trading hours for survival coupons. And no, this does not mean you need to become a crypto wizard, buy 17 rental properties, or start a dropshipping store selling plastic garbage to people who already hate their lives. It means you need to stop thinking of your paycheck as the whole machine. Your paycheck should be fuel, not the engine. Fuel goes into something bigger. Fuel starts motion. Fuel builds momentum. Fuel is not supposed to be poured directly into rent, car payments, random subscriptions, panic shopping, and a sad little savings account named emergency fund that has $32 and a dream. Every paycheck should be forced to build a second source of power. That could be cash reserves. That could be debt destruction. That could be a certification, a tool, a portfolio, a side business, a boring index fund, a digital product, a better network, or a skill that makes you harder to replace. The point is simple. Every paycheck should buy a tiny piece of freedom. Most people use it to buy a slightly more comfortable version of captivity. And employers know this. They know most people cannot miss 2 paychecks. That is why the office can act like a family while making decisions like a spreadsheet with a knife. We are a family. Until margins are down. We value people. Until the board wants efficiency. You matter here. Until someone cheaper can learn your tasks after 3 training videos and a password reset. If your financial life depends on your employer continuing to feel generous, you are not safe. You are just currently useful. That sentence should bother you. Good. Let it bother you into action. Because the goal is not to hate your job. Hating your job is easy. People do it every morning while putting on pants. The goal is to make your job optional. Not today. Not magically. Not because some guy on the internet told you to quit and sell templates to other unemployed optimists. Optional means you are building enough margin that one bad meeting cannot destroy you. Optional means your bills do not immediately start screaming if payroll stops. Optional means your skills have value outside your current company. Optional means you have money working somewhere that is not just under a bank logo earning interest so tiny it needs a microscope and emotional support. Optional means your boss can still annoy you, but they cannot financially choke you. That is the difference. Most people want confidence. What they actually need is leverage. Confidence says, I hope they appreciate me. Leverage says, I have options. Confidence wears a nice outfit to a performance review. Leverage has 6 months of expenses, a portfolio, a network, and enough income experiments running that one rejection does not become a personal apocalypse. This is where people start asking, okay, what do I do? You do the boring things first. Because boring is where money hides from stupid people. Step 1, find the leaks. Not the cute little coffee leaks everyone screams about online. The big leaks. The car payment that eats your future. The apartment chosen for status instead of sanity. The debt interest that quietly drinks your blood. The subscriptions you forgot existed because every company on earth figured out that $9 a month sounds harmless until 20 of them form a gang. Cutting one latte will not save you if your financial house is on fire and your car loan is holding the matches. Step 2, build oxygen. An emergency fund is not sexy. It will not get likes. Nobody claps when you have 3 months of expenses sitting quietly like a boring little bodyguard. But that boring bodyguard changes how you move. It gives you the ability to say no. No to bad jobs. No to desperate debt. No to panic decisions. No to selling your time at a discount because life surprised you with a bill, as if life does anything else. Step 3, buy skills before status. A skill is one of the few assets that cannot be repossessed by a bank or scratched in a parking lot. Learn sales. Learn automation. Learn writing. Learn negotiation. Learn analysis. Learn how to use tools that make one person as productive as a small team with worse meetings. The market does not care that you are tired. It cares what problems you can solve. The more expensive the problem, the better your life gets. Step 4, create income experiments. Not a fantasy business plan. Experiments. Small. Testable. Cheap. Can you freelance one skill? Can you sell one service? Can you build one template? Can you create one digital product? Can you consult on something your job already trained you to understand? Can you turn a repeated problem into a tiny system people pay for? Most people never try because they are waiting for the perfect idea. The perfect idea is usually procrastination wearing a startup hoodie. Try small. Learn fast. Keep what works. Kill what does not. Step 5. Invest like an adult, not like a raccoon with Wi-Fi. You do not need to chase every hot stock, meme coin, magic guru, or guy yelling about passive income from a rented Lamborghini. You need a boring plan you can repeat when nobody is watching. Boring investing is painful because it does not give you dopamine today. That is why it works. Most people need excitement so badly they are willing to pay for it with their future. The rich do not get rich because every decision is exciting. They get rich because enough decisions are repeatable. Now here is the uncomfortable part. Freedom is not built when you finally make more money. Freedom is built when you stop letting every new dollar become a new obligation. If you get a raise and immediately upgrade your cage, nothing changed. If you get a bonus and use it to buy applause, nothing changed. If you earn more but still have no savings, no assets, no skills, no options, and no plan, you are not financially growing. You are just becoming a more expensive employee to maintain. The goal is not to look rich. Looking rich is the cheapest expensive thing on earth. A leased car can do it. A credit card can do it. A vacation photo can do it. A watch you cannot afford can do it. But looking rich does not protect you when income stops. Real wealth is quiet. It looks like options. It looks like time. It looks like not checking your bank account with the same energy people used to defuse a bomb. It looks like being able to walk away from a bad room without your entire life collapsing in the hallway. That is what you are buying when you stop worshiping the paycheck. You are buying the right to breathe. And the funny part is, the paycheck can help you do it. The leash can become the rope you climb out with. But only if you stop decorating it. So yes, take the job. Cash the check. Use the benefits. Learn everything you can. But do not confuse the hand that feeds you with the hand that frees you. Because if one email can ruin your life, you do not have income. You have permission to survive. Your next paycheck has one job. Not to make you feel rich for a weekend. Not to impress strangers. Not to reward your exhaustion with another payment plan. Its job is to buy back a piece of your future. A little cash reserve. A little debt gone. A little skill built. A little asset purchased. A little system tested. Do that enough times and the leash starts to fray. Do it long enough and one day your employer becomes what they should have been from the beginning. Not your owner. Not your savior. Not your financial oxygen tank. Just one customer. And when you have more than one way to get paid, you stop begging life to be stable. You become harder to scare. That is the real flex. Not a luxury car. Not a designer logo. Not a salary number you whisper at parties hoping someone emotionally applauds. The real flex is needing less permission. The real flex is having options. The real flex is looking at your paycheck and saying, "Thank you for the fuel, now go build my escape route." If this hit a little too hard, subscribe, like the video, and turn on the bell. Your wallet needs supervision.